I was fine, and I, I knew it was happening. I knew it was coming, and I had been pretty independent because Dad had been sick for a long time. So I went out. I'd go out for dinner with people. I'd go to parties at Fox Meadow by myself. I didn't mind doing that because they were all people I knew well, and I felt very comfortable. And after Dad died, it was very hard for a while just because of the loss, but I still could do my own thing. And I was fine. I knew if I wanted to see people, I had to make an effort. No, I couldn't sit by the phone waiting for someone to call me. And I didn't have a lot of widow friends. I had a few. And I would call them and have dinner with them. I never thought lunch was very important because you can keep busy during the day. It was nice to have dinner once in a while, but I didn't do it too often. And I was perfectly content. I was fine. And what was it, in 2012, which was only last year, a friend of mine who I'd known from high school and college died. And I knew her husband, but not very well. I just knew him. They'd come to our house for dinner over the years, and we'd been over there. But I knew Juliet best. And we'd gone out for dinner, 7 of us, with 2 other couples, and Juliet and Bob Goldsmith and I. And the 7 of us went out for dinner a few times together. So, I knew him. And when Juliet died, I went to her funeral, and that was that. And then in May, a mutual friend of ours, the wife of a mutual friend of ours, died, and I went to the service, and Bob went to the service. And he was sitting on one side, I was sitting on the other, and not thinking much about it. And afterwards we started talking, and we talked for a long time, and he said, let's go get something to eat, and we talked, and finally, as we were leaving and going to our cars, he said, I'm surprised you haven't dated more. And I said, well, I don't know very many single men, and the ones I know, I'd rather stay home with the dog. I said it'd be nice to have someone to go out for dinner with once in a while or go to the theater, but I'm fine. He said, I'd do that. I said, you would? And I said, I had wanted to go see The Columnist, which was a play about Alsop. What's his name? Who was the column? Who was the? Oh, for goodness sake, Joseph. Oh, is that his name? Anyway, so I said, would you like to go to that? He said, sure, call me. So I did, and we went to New York, and he was very easy to be with. There are lots of people I can't talk to, and he's very easy. He thinks I talk a lot, but he talks a lot, which is good because I don't have to talk so much. And we had a very good time, and then a week or 2 later, we went to see a movie, and we started going out together.
So he picked you up at a funeral?
Picked me up, or I picked him up. I remember you saying to me, or one of you said to me, that young people meet on Match.com and older people meet at funerals. So it was fun. I never thought I'd be attracted to another man, and he's a really pretty special guy. And coincidentally, Lynn knew him because his daughter Jill was a good friend of Lynn's, and she was in Jill's wedding many years ago. And Susie knew him because when Dad couldn't go to Alaska and Susie went with me, Juliet and Bob, just by sheer happenstance, were on the same ship with us. So that was interesting. And so we've been going out now for a little over a year, and he's good company. He's fun. He likes to tease me just the way all of you do. I guess I'm a good target. Some people are, some people aren't. And we went to Florida last winter, went to Panama last winter, and we're about to go to Norway. Oh, it's very nice. I still like being alone. It works out fine. I think he likes being alone too. And people say, would you get married? And I said, I don't think so. This works fine. So we only live less than 5 minutes apart, which is really nice.
Don't you like having a little buffer?
Yeah, I don't want to have to feed someone every night and think about meals and do someone's laundry. I mean, life is very simple living alone. You don't have to. I mean, I think it'd be nice to spend more time together just hanging out, and that's a little hard to do. Everything's a date. except when we travel, and that's nice, but we've done a little, but not too much of that. It's hard to do. He still works. So, but it's a nice, very unexpected pleasure.
He brings you lots of good things.
He's very generous, very thoughtful, very kind. Good man. He's the kind of person people always would say he's a really nice guy, and he is. I mean, everybody likes Bob. So,
We all like you.
Yeah.
We're very happy for you. You deserve it.
Very.